that I've been here for 10 years and I am ready to go somewhere else. So I'm looking at all of you, amazing women sitting here. You need to step up and take the lead because we need your voice more than ever. You can see what's happening and we need to be out there. So Aisha's recruiting, join us. Arial's here. All the AMEC board is looking for you to come join our leadership. We have so many women reaching out from the Indian community, the Jewish community, the Greek Orthodox community saying, where are you guys? And I know you're here, so we need your help, and definitely I want to go to Tharparkar with Cal Southern and do something for the people in that village with Anastasia. So thank you so much for sharing all those stories. I know that you're hungry and you're eager to dance and get on the floor. I want to remind you, we have AirPods, we have Fitbit, and New York Life is there. All you need to do is just give them your email. That's it. Sign up, guys, and you can win it. So please do that so that you can win it and say, hey, I got that from New York Life at AMWEC and hashtag that. So on this beautiful day, I thank all of you for supporting women's voices and being here. I know it's a Friday for some of you, and a lot of you are here from LA. I thank you for that. I was speaking at a conference on extremism in the West, and some people might be here that were there at the conference. I talked about women's rights in Islam. An Iraqi doctor came up, and there were 300, 400 elected officials, mayors, law enforcement heads, attorney generals. And this guy got up after I spoke about women and Islam, and he rather condescendingly said, how are you a Muslim leader when you don't even wear a hijab? So I was kind of new in that, and I said, hundreds of people, and this is right after we had gone to the White House summit at the in DC, and we were the voice for the Muslims. So this is what I said, and I want to share that today as I look for you to do what we're doing with us. I was born in Pakistan, a Muslim majority country that elected a woman prime minister who sacrificed her life fighting for terrorism, Benazir Bhutto. That was the Muslim role model that I grew up with. I was fortunate enough to cast my vote for her in 1988. Yeah, I was a young teenager, that was my first vote. My Prophet of Islam married his boss, businesswoman, okay, CEO, and she asked for his hand in marriage. Think about this. And you, sir, asked me how my community accepts me as a leader. And there was a thunderous applaud, and everybody said, wow. And I can't tell you how scared I was at that moment. And then I realized, truly, that's where I get my strength from. We have women leaders. We just need to find them and put them out there and emulate them and be the leaders that we can be. Today is our 10th anniversary, a decade of leadership, mentorship, and fighting extremism. And yes, it's kind of a hard territory, but we went there. It's not been easy, and my friends in the law enforcement will tell you, but we're here because of the bravery of the women who came forward and said, no, we want everybody to know that we're Muslims, and hey, we're not terrorists. And we spoke up after 9/11, and we spoke the truth. We've been thrown out of mosques, literally, threatened, heckled, harassed, intimidated, told by the patriarchy in Muslim leadership, hey, you can sit in the kitchen. We refused. And we've also been told, hey sister, cover your head, you can't do interfaith. And we said, where's it written in the Quran? All because we dared to speak and walk that very difficult path. After the Pulse nightclub shooting, questions arose. Okay? People said, do Muslims hate gays? They asked me, because I have friends who are gays and from the LGBTQ community. And we said, no, Muslims don't hate. We don't hate. And we don't hate the LGBTQ community. This was the first time in history when I was faced with all of those questions. And you may not have heard those questions, but I have. Like, couldn't sleep and I was really distressed because you know how important this issue is. AMWEC got together clergy from all denominations, Sunni, Shia, and yes, Ahmadi, the persecuted community today. And we had them sit together with law enforcement. We stood and we embraced our gay Pakistani brother and our transgender brother. And the message that we gave out to the world that day, and my AMWEC board was right there with us, I don't know how we did it, that we don't hate, we don't. And it was a very historic moment. We don't, even now we don't know how we pulled it off, but we did. And it was thanks to the support we've had from our law enforcement agencies, Department of Justice, the White House, the previous. But the credit goes to AMWEC. And you women, you've been out there and you've done this. And it is up to us to take the narrative back from the extremists here. Because we know what that turns things, that makes our life difficult. So we have voice, we have opinions, and we have the right to speak. We all have equal rights under the Constitution and in Islam. And any attempts to shut us up, intimidate us, will only make